Well, Devyani Khobragade happened few months back. Why should we still talk about it? Because we feel the issue is deep-seated. She just unfolded it. Today in our studio, we have Vinita, Dubey, Pandey and Manesh judge to fight this. Did India do the right thing by reacting to Devyani's arrest? Take a stand. Devyani Kobragade, the Deputy Consul General of India in New York City, was charged by US authorities with committing visa fraud and providing false statement in order to gain entry to the United States for Sangeeta Richard, her then maid. Her arrest and treatment have been received much media attention, particularly in India, and have led to a major diplomatic standoff between India and the United States. What's your stand on that, Vinita?
Well, I don't think that Devyani should have been arrested in the first place. That's my personal opinion.
She broke the law. She broke the law.
Well, the procedure should have taken place.
I thought that what I read was she was given a few hours and she was actually put in a car where she made phone calls. She told one story, but the reality was completely different. She screamed bloody murder because she said, hey, I'm arrested and I shouldn't have been arrested and I'm above the law, but she wasn't above the law.
I'm not arguing with that.
Yes.
So what I'm arguing
You said she shouldn't have been arrested.
No, she shouldn't have been arrested.
But she was because she broke the law.
No, but she's a diplomat.
But she didn't have full immunity.
She did have full immunity.
But that's not what Barara said.
No.
Well, to me, it doesn't matter. Immunity or no immunity.
That is exactly why Pete Bharar should have contacted the Indian embassy, right?
So why are we deciding what Preet Bharar should have done or not? I mean, idea is whether she should have been arrested or not. She should have been or should not have been.
Should have been.
Not have been.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Diplomats should be brought to justice. I'm not arguing that she shouldn't have been brought to justice. But when there is an international agreement on how diplomats should be brought to justice, it should be applied equally to all countries.
So let me ask you the question. So a diplomat has never been arrested before in this country?
It depends on the immunity.
Well, she, according to Preet Bharar, who I have to believe knows what he's talking about.
No, he doesn't. He's not an international lawyer.
He doesn't know what he's talking about now?
No, he does not.
Really?
Yes.
He doesn't know what he's talking about?
Exactly.
Well, the US authorities arrested him.
He's not an international lawyer. There are 2 points here.
Isn't he a U.S. prosecutor?
First of all,
isn't he a U.S. prosecutor?
He's a U.S. prosecutor. He's not an international
lawyer. So isn't
it US land?
No, this is not about U.S. land. She is an international diplomat.
Clearly, he went on his record and said
she
didn't have...
Incorrect. The premise is incorrect. You have to first take the premise that she's a diplomat, just like any other diplomat, whether it's a U.S. diplomat, a Kenyan diplomat, they have an international agreement on how we will treat each other's diplomats.
When they have full immunity. So I think that the
she had full immunity.
That's not what all the papers say.
I have documented facts for that.
Let me jump in here and say, so are we all agreeing that yes, she did a crime, she should be punished, she's not allowed to commit a crime and represent a country, the highest office, and by illegally writing different numbers at different places.
Can I add to that? I absolutely agree with you. When countries are friends, there are exceptions, and there's a nod-wink principle.
Are you then
let me tell you this.
But you're saying that that's okay?
When countries are friends, things are allowed, which are exceptions.
And here's what the problem is. Here's what the problem is. India is based on the whole way the system works is based on entitlements. She is the daughter of a great guy who's an IAS guy or whatever the heck she was. So therefore, it's okay for her. That is what's the problem with India, that ministers' kids commit murder, rape, the whole 9 yards. They get away with it. No, I mean, but I'm sticking to the point that she has been brought up with this idea of entitlement, that because she's the daughter of somebody who's well-placed, she has a right to do what she wants.
I am going back to the point here. The point is that India reacted to the way she was arrested. That is how the whole thing
So that's ridiculous.
Was there any situation?
No way.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, time out. Let me ask you this. Was there any point in time that she came out openly and said, yes, this was not the right
No, she screamed bloody murder. Oh my God, they stripped me. Oh my God, they arrested me. And she lied about everying. She was full of it.
She never came up in the open and said, yes, this was not the right thing.
Because she doesn't have to, because her daddy's going to save her.
All of you are giving examples of other countries where murders happened, this happened, and that happened. Why are we talking about that now? Let us all say, yes, she was in a country country where salary and wages were supposed to be something. She wrote a different number. She committed crime. She did a mistake. But yes, now we will try talk about how it can be resolved. It should not have been a point discussion for a nation like India and blown it up out of proportion and out of extent. So everyone now thinks
India thinks is barbaric by the reaction. India didn't react to the medical student who got raped this way. She reacted to, imagine this, a medical student gets raped and killed and no one says a damn thing. And no, but I'm just saying, and then this happens and they bulldoze they want to bulldoze the embassy. They're going to give her a Hallmark card and roses when they arrest her.
Both US and India are at fault here. If you have found a practice which was being, kind of okayed by US and US embassy was fully aware of it, you should have notified the Indian embassy and you should have notified the Ministry of External Affairs saying, we have caught your maid doing this. We know this is a practice that we've allowed unofficially,
it's all about
and we
punishing
need to fix
somebody
it.
who does something wrong. The way is not
this.
the point over here. You have to punish people who commit crime.
India and US could have taken care of this without breaking the relationship.
So that's about it. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.